What if I told you that behind the billionaire lifestyle of CEO Andy Byron lies a scandal so explosive it nearly wrecked a $1.3 billion empire? This isn't just another success story, it's a roller coaster of power, fame, and one shocking moment that changed everything. Coldplay's Kiss Cam scandal isn't just a viral clip, it's the tip of the iceberg. Prepare to dive into a world where fortune can turn to fallout in the blink of an eye. Strap in. This is the inside story of the billionaire CEO whose life was forever altered by one unforgettable scandal. The rise of Andy Byron, a modern tech mogul. Andy Byron was not born into wealth. He engineered his fortune through relentless ambition, strategic acumen, and a keen understanding of data. As the visionary CEO of Astronomer, a fast-growing data operations startup, Byron transformed a modest enterprise into a unicorn with a valuation soaring past $1.3 billion. His journey began in the trenches of the tech industry, where he quickly earned a reputation for scaling companies at breakneck speed. After serving as chief revenue officer at a mid-tier SaaS firm, Byron's talent for growth was undeniable. When he took over Astronomer, he implemented aggressive partnerships with industry giants like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure, positioning the company as an indispensable backbone for cloud-based data infrastructure. His leadership helped Astronomer secure a massive $93 million Series D funding round, cementing its status as a unicorn. Byron's personal wealth reflected his professional triumphs. His annual compensation approached $1 million, with additional wealth tied up in stock options and equity stakes. His lifestyle was quintessentially billionaire, a sleek Austin mansion worth $8 million with panoramic views, a collection of luxury vehicles including a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Ferrari Portofino, and a Tesla Model X Plaid. On his wrist, a Patek Philippe Nautilus, an understated yet exclusive symbol of his status, complemented his appearances at high-profile conferences and exclusive social circles. He vacationed in St. Bart's, dined at Michelin-starred restaurants, and rubbed shoulders with venture capital titans whose portfolios boasted SpaceX, Stripe, and other industry disruptors. To outsiders, Byron's life was the epitome of modern tech success, a blueprint of influence, wealth, and power. The perfect power couple. Behind the scenes, Byron's personal life seemed equally enviable. His wife, Megan Kerrigan Byron, was his partner for over a decade, a steady presence through the roller coaster of startup life. Together, they exuded the image of a power couple, attending black tie galas, sporting Cartier jewelry and Tom Ford suits, and sharing a glamorous life filled with luxury and prestige. Megan was more than just a wife. She was his confidant and supporter, standing by his side during funding rounds and public appearances. Their relationship was portrayed as ideal, an aspirational union of ambition and stability. The night that changed everything. But as the saying goes, what's done in private eventually finds its way into the public eye. For Andy Byron, that night was at a Coldplay concert, the band's performance at Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts. What was meant to be a night of music and relaxation turned into a spectacle that would unravel his carefully curated life. The concert was buzzing with energy, fans singing along beneath a sky filled with colorful lights. Byron was seated comfortably in the VIP section, dressed casually in a designer jacket, alongside Kristen Cabot, Astronomer's chief human resources officer. The atmosphere seemed innocent, until the Kiss Cam panned across the crowd. In that fleeting moment, the camera landed on Byron and Kristen. Their body language told a story, leaning toward each other with an intimacy that went beyond professional camaraderie. The stadium erupted in cheers as the moment was replayed on giant screens, live-streamed on smartphones, and plastered across social media platforms. Within hours, the clip had gone viral. TikTok, Twitter, and countless blogs buzzed with captions. Billionaire CEO caught on Kiss Cam, tech mogul's secret affair, and Astronomer CEO's viral moment. The media frenzy was instant and relentless. The revelation was not just about a kiss, but about a personal truth Byron had kept hidden. His marriage was on the rocks. Megan Kerrigan, Byron's response. Unaware of her husband's indiscretion, Megan was at their sprawling Austin estate, comfortable, confident, and blissfully unaware that her world was about to change. When the viral clip surfaced, her phone lit up with notifications, texts, calls, headlines. The shock was immediate. Initially, Megan remained silent, perhaps in disbelief or strategizing her next move. But behind closed doors, a storm was brewing. Massachusetts law, known for its strict 50-50 marital property division, meant that Meghan could claim a significant portion of Andy's assets. The couple's shared wealth, an $8 million mansion, a $6 million vacation chalet, luxury cars, and a wine collection worth hundreds of thousands, became the battleground for a legal showdown. In the legal arena, Meghan's lawyers moved swiftly. The divorce filings revealed a desire not just for separation, but for a hefty financial settlement. Under Massachusetts law, she could potentially walk away with tens of millions, anywhere from $20 million to over $70 million, depending on the valuation of their assets and the extent of Andy's undisclosed holdings. But Meghan's response was more than about money. Her statement, carefully crafted and publicly released, confirmed the end of their marriage. The corporate fallout. While the world debated the morality and personal consequences, Astronomer's boardroom was gripped by panic. Investors who had poured millions into the startup watched the scandal unfold in real time. The optics were disastrous. A CEO embroiled in a scandal, regardless of the details, could threaten the company's reputation and valuation. In a matter of days, internal investigations began. Byron was placed on administrative leave amid an internal review. The board, concerned about shareholder confidence, moved swiftly to protect the company's interests. The official statement was cold. Byron resigned effective immediately, with no mention of the scandal or personal issues. Instead, they emphasized a commitment to highest standards of leadership. The damage extended beyond PR. Former colleagues and employees surfaced stories of Byron's past, claims of inflated promises, ruthless decisions, and a pattern of questionable ethics. As details emerged, skeptics drew parallels to other tech leaders who had fallen from grace. Adam Neumann of WeWork or Travis Kalanick of Uber, highlighting how charisma can mask systemic flaws. Assets, reputation, and power disintegrate. The financial consequences for Byron were swift and severe. His stock options, once valued in the tens of millions, were frozen amid investigations. Astronomer's valuation, built on the hope of future growth, took a nosedive as investors questioned its stability. In Massachusetts, the divorce process meant that Meghan could claim half of their shared assets: an $8 million mansion, a $6 million chalet, luxury cars, and a wine cellar filled with vintage Bordeaux. Legal analysts estimated she could walk away with upwards of $20 million, depending on the liquidity of Byron's assets and undisclosed holdings. But the personal toll was even more devastating. Byron's carefully managed reputation, built through media features, conference appearances, and exclusive social circles, was shattered. Tech firms distanced themselves, and venture capitalists who once praised him withdrew support. The image of an untouchable billionaire was gone, replaced by a cautionary tale of hubris and reckless personal choices, a public humiliation, and a legal war. The most astonishing move came from Meghan. Instead of fading into the background, she took control of the narrative. Her legal team filed for divorce publicly, releasing statements that hinted at deeper deception. The divorce settlement was poised to be one of the largest in local history, exposing assets and potentially revealing undisclosed holdings. As the legal proceedings progressed, more dirt surfaced: claims of inflated promises, questionable financial dealings, and lavish spending financed by questionable means. The media drew comparisons to infamous startup founders who had lost everything in scandals, highlighting the thin line between charisma and manipulation, trust and deception. The cost of a viral moment. Andy Byron's fall from grace is more than just a scandal. It's a reflection of the fragile veneer that surrounds the world of billionaires. It underscores how personal choices can have systemic repercussions, wrecking careers, dismantling empires, and shattering lives in an instant. As the dust settles, the story leaves us pondering: what truly defines success? Is it wealth and influence, or integrity and humility? Byron's tragic tale reminds us that behind every billionaire's facade, there are human vulnerabilities, and sometimes a single viral moment is enough to change everything forever.